does it cost to start a direct selling company? This is a very good question to ask, but a difficult one to answer because there isn't a single magic number that I can give you. Even so, I can tell you that our clients have launched their businesses for as little as $20,000 and as much as $2 million. To help narrow that cost, here's some questions that you should answer. Have you written or are you writing a business plan? A business plan can help if you also include a budget. Does your business plan include a line item budget? A total budget amount is insufficient. You need to know estimated costs of each expenditure to arrive at an accurate total. How much will you spend on your initial inventory? This is often 25 to 35% of the total budget. Will your first employees be paid or unpaid? Salary overhead can be small or large as a percentage of your budget. The more you know about your specific business, the better job you will do to estimate the total cost to start it. Information about your specific business is absolutely required to determine the amount of money needed to start your company. While some businesses begin without a business plan, we believe that writing a business plan is important, even if your plan is a short one. Research has determined that people who write business plans also do other important planning tasks. Writing a business plan may help you to look at all of the pieces of your business and allow you to see the entire picture. Your plan will give you a detailed analysis of what needs to be done and how much it will cost to do it. Business plan books and software can help you with the important basics of all business plans, but they don't tackle the unique aspects of home party plan or network marketing companies. Sylvina Consulting's insightful book, Start Here, The Guide to Building and Growing Your Direct Selling Company, includes a complete chapter on business plans. Our book is available in English and Spanish. If you haven't launched a direct selling company previously, remember to get professional help in reviewing or amending your business plan and budget. Otherwise, you may find out at an inopportune time that your business plan or budget may be insufficient. Sylvina Consulting can help you with your business plan or budget. If you have questions or need help with them, please feel free to contact me at Sylvina Consulting. I look forward to the opportunity to talk with you. When you are starting a new direct selling company, you know that you are going to need to hire employees. You are. So, what types of people should you be hiring? Who should you hire first? Interestingly, the skills you will need in your first employees are the skills you don't have or the skills you don't want to use personally. So, what skills are needed? All direct selling companies need people who can create your marketing materials, update your corporate website as needed, manage your social media activities regularly, answer questions from prospective and current representatives, enroll new representatives over the phone, by email, or in person, explain your compensation plan to them, purchase, receive, and count inventory, process and ship orders, execute commission runs, audit results, and pay representatives, represent your company at various events, and manage your company's books. Your first employees should have multiple skill sets because you can't afford to hire one person for each skill needed. It's important that your first hires are willing to jump from one task to another as your workflow may be unpredictable. Hire people who are eager to learn new skills and who are great problem solvers. Since your representatives are your customers first, you need people who can communicate clearly and pleasantly in writing and over the phone. Hire people who smile and who have a great rapport with you and others. Any job description you write will be out of date as soon as the ink dries. So instead, for a new hire, create a list of tasks that a person might do, but add at the bottom in big letters and anything else we need you to do to pitch in and help us to grow this company. Don't make the mistake of trying to hire the perfect employee as your first employee. Like anything in life, some of the decisions you make for your company may need to be reversed. The most important ingredient in your first hires is attitude. Attitude and willingness to do all sorts of things. If someone says, "What's my job description?" it's probably the wrong person. So good luck. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to talk with you on this topic and any other. I'm Jay Leisner at Sylvina Consulting. I'm wishing you great success on your journey to start a direct selling company, and I look forward to speaking with you.
I chose the wrong person. Darn. We didn't share the same expectations. I'm so disappointed. It turned out that our ethics were very different. So different.
Just like marriages, business relationships can break apart for fundamental reasons. Whether you're in search of new business partners or you've already hooked up with some, there are some smart things you can do now to strengthen these relationships. This video contains some important tips on how to protect your business from the risks of business partnerships. By definition, a business partnership is an agreement to equally or unequally share the ownership, responsibilities, risks, and profits of a business. The three primary causes of business partner relationship problems are unshared expectations, unshared goals, and poor communication. To eliminate these threats, do the following. Spend time with prospective business partners in several business and social situations so that you can learn about the person's ethics and values. It's so important to select partners with ethics and values as close to yours as possible. Look for people who in their conduct with others exhibit a high level of mutual respect and willingness to listen. If you see behaviors that trouble you, consider this an early warning sign that should not be ignored. Ask prospective business partners about their vision for the business. Write down the vision statement of each prospective business partner. In business partners, seek to obtain the skills that you don't have and the willingness to perform tasks that you don't especially like. Talk with others in the know to find out about the work habits of prospective partners. Watch for the signs of laziness or looming personal issues that will take the focus away from your business. Define very clearly the roles and responsibilities of each partner, including the time to be spent by each partner and the respective financial investment by each partner in the business. Define clearly the work location of each partner. Address the legal issues of your business partnership, including the liabilities of each partner with competent legal counsel selected by you. Make it clear how final decisions are to be made if partners disagree, and they will from time to time. Decide who will manage the financial books of your company and who will audit the books. That's a different person. Establish and maintain predictable, regularly scheduled communication with all of your business partners. Determine the terms under which a partner may sell or transfer ownership of his or her share of the business to others. Do you need help with your business partner relationships? If you have a great idea for a new company, you may need some financial help to get your company off the ground. To get funding, you should think of yourself as a salesperson with potential investors as your customers. The best salespeople believe it's smart to get to know your customers. If you are in search of investors, you will be wise to understand what's important to them. In this video, I'll tell you. Investors want to know what's in it for me.
That's WIIFM.
That's right. They are looking for investments with huge potential, opportunities for 5 to 10 times return within 3 to 5 years. Showing them how they will receive this type of return is your responsibility. Your business plan should state the facts, figures, and strategies for how they will receive mega returns. If you don't do this, your potential investors will see a small WIIFM and tell you, this one's not for me. Investors will purchase a portion of your business for a fixed amount. The price for that portion should be a percentage of the valuation established for the business. Some say that valuation is in the eyes of the beholder. Regardless, in your business plan, you should state the value of your business today as the sum of its book value, that's assets minus liabilities, plus projected business activity and growth for the next 3 years. Don't make the mistake of conservatively valuing your business or making ridiculous projections. If you're not sure how to value your business, ask us at Sylvina Consulting. We can help you. The total amount of money that you are seeking will determine the type of investor that you will need. If you need $1.5 million or less, you should be talking with angels. Angels are high net worth individuals or successful businessmen and women who will be investing their own money. Venture capitalists invest from a fund amassed with other people's money. VCs usually invest millions of dollars. Venture capitalists make money in 2 ways. They receive management fees as a percentage of the fund, and they also earn what's known as carried interest, or a portion of the funds received during a liquidity event or exit. Because carried interest is larger for most liquidity events, VCs are especially interested in hearing about your exit strategies. In short, they want to know when and how much they should expect to receive as a return on their investment. Angels don't earn management fees, so they are concerned only about a liquidity event. So, if you are seeking investors, while you may think you will own and operate the business forever, you need to be talking about your exit strategies because investors need an exit. Positive exits are mergers or acquisitions, M&A, shareholder buybacks, and initial public offerings, or IPOs. A negative exit is an out of business. A common exit strategy for angel investors with equity ownership is the sale of their shares to the company's principal owners. If angel investors hold debt, they will exit with funds paid by the principal owners or by new owners if the business is sold or merged with another business. Most of the time, VC-backed companies exit through a merger or acquisition rather than through an IPO. This means your business is much more likely to be acquired by another company than to have its shares sold to individual investors in an IPO. Your prospective investors will want a time frame set out for exit. You may have heard about crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Some of these platforms use an all-or-nothing rule, which means unless you raise all of the funds requested, no money is collected. Other platforms don't include this restriction. Unlike angels and VCs, crowdfunding contributors seek causes they believe in without expecting a long-term return. Instead, they agree to exchange a specific amount of money for a specific perk. Most campaigns offer multiple perks. Steve Jobs at Apple was a master at delivering keynote addresses to introduce new products. His formula was to describe a problem that you didn't even know existed, and then to explain how the next whatever solved that problem. Jeff Lawson, the founder of Twilio, had serious trouble in pitching his product to investors when he focused on the use cases of how the product could be used. When he changed his approach to describe the problem and how Twilio solved it, he raised $110 million. Jeff explained, "The point isn't how our product works. What matters is what it can do. The story arc makes a huge difference." If you were investing thousands of dollars into a new business to be operated by someone else, what type of return would you expect? I bet you would want a big one. To have a successful company, I believe it's wise to put yourself into the shoes of your current or future customers of your products or services. To secure funds from investors, be sure to do the same thing. Investors really are your first customers. At some time in your life, you've probably read about what it takes for a project to be successful. Equally important, however, is knowing what you should not do that can cause project failures. Whether your project is an MLM software implementation, the launch of a new direct selling company, or the relaunch of one, a marketing campaign, or anything else that depends on activities to be performed by more than one person, there are some things that you should definitely avoid doing. In this video, I'll share with you a very important list. While you should listen to this list and take good notes, to have a successful project, don't do these things. First thing is, don't have a project manager. For large projects, if you have a project manager, dedicate your project manager only part-time. Do not choose a leader to manage your project. Instead, choose a passive person who has a planned leave in the middle of the project. Absolutely keep your project plan unpublished and secret. Do not have a single repository for action items. If more than one department is involved on your project, don't encourage collaboration. Make nobody accountable for the project's success or failure. In theory, make your project plan top priority for your resources, but in practice, have your project take a lower priority. Permit indecisiveness, postpone decisions. If you keep missing deadlines, it's okay, as long as you're close. Assign resources and responsibilities outside of their expertise. Ensure a lack of urgency by repeatedly canceling or postponing your project meetings. Only have decision makers in meetings inconsistently. Disregard the advice of experts on project timeframes for project tasks. If a project task is behind schedule, do nothing. Only take corrective measures after a major deadline is missed. Make this your project creed. We don't have time to do it right the first time, but we'll always have time to do it over. The two most important factors for success on your project are: have the right people in the room for calls and meetings, including all of the decision makers. Require complete transparency on the project plan, including assigned tasks and action items. While doing these two things will help you to have a successful implementation, remember not to do the things on the first list. Now, those things on the first list I presented to you, some of them are kind of out there. They're a little bit crazy, but I can tell you they've all been done by project teams. And it's easy to start doing some of them, even if you didn't plan to. So watch the video again and take good notes, or take some screenshots of the slides that we provided, so that you'll know what not to do and what to do to have a successful project.